and some other people. The entrance door in this photo is the original door standing here behind you. This door here. After the building collapsed, they moved the door inside this room. And these are some of the things that happened to our people during slavery. These are slave raiders. They want to capture this man, but he took knife and killed himself. That for me to be slave, I prefer to die. There was a woman like that, Margaret Garner. She killed 4 of her children and killed herself. That for me and my children to be slave, we prefer to die. This is what we call iron muzzle. They used it to guard the mouth of slaves while working on the farm, for them not to eat from the farm product. They plant sugarcane. We derive glucose from sugarcane. Glucose gives you instant energy, and this white men believe that if these slaves should eat out of this sugarcane, they will have strength to fight back. They feed slave once in a day. Slave have access to water once in a day. They don't feed slave to increase in size or to stay healthy. They feed them to stay alive, don't just die. And this is another matchbox. We don't have many slaves used in exchange of the box. This is called Ashwetu by the Yorubas, used by Seriki Williams Abbas. Let's see another room for 40 people. Here we have a sample of the iron corrugated sheet they use in roofing this compound then, compared to the one they produce these days. If I try to fold this iron sheet, it won't. But the one they produce these days, I can fold and keep in my pocket. We've lost quality. The 2 chains I showed you in the first room, the one on the wall, the one in the glass, this is what they use it for. If they catch any slave having sexual intercourse on the plantation, planning coup against the master or trying to run away, this is how they hang the men, this is how they hang the women. They tie that chain I showed you around the ribs of the men, the hands at the back. They hang them on gallows. They suspend the legs from the ground. In this position, that chain will break the ribs. They'll be dripping blood from the nose and the mouth. They'll be here dying gradually. This is how they hang the women. They are 2 hands up. They suspend the leg from the ground. The blood from the hand, the head, all over the body will come to the thigh. They get heavier and they will be here dying gradually. In the presence of other slaves, as you see them, they won't last a day. And here, we have Seriki Williams Abbas relaxation chair. For someone to have this kind of chair in those days, it shows how prominent he was. And these are Seriki descendants. Currently, Badagry, if anybody is to be elect as Seriki of Badagry, the person should be from this family. And this is the current Seriki of Badagry. Let's see where Seriki Abbas was buried in this compound. This well was dug in the year 1847 by the slaves. If you look inside the well, they didn't use ring for the well. They used burnt bricks. So they set the bricks one by one. So it was done by the slaves. Burnt bricks. Okay. And the same burnt bricks they use in constructing all the rooms in this compound. In 1962, the family of Seriki Williams Abbas used cement to hold the walls. This place used to be Seriki Williams Abbas court, where he passes judgment to the Muslims community and where he had meeting with any king in Nigeria that want to have meeting with him then. And this place used to be his chamber where he relaxed himself. That relaxation chair was inside this room then. We still have some rooms behind this. Let's see. So all these rooms were slave cell, but we have people living in these rooms now here. So all in total 40 rooms and 40 slaves in each, and all the rooms are the same: a waiting cell and the dark room. We can see sample of the burnt bricks around here. The story building that was built for Seriki Williams Abbas in the year 1847 that collapsed 1995 was standing here. This is the remains of the building. Here's the foundation. And all these rooms also were slave cell. When Seriki Williams Abbas died, this is where he was buried. Seriki Abbas died 11th of June 1919 and he was buried here. Sorry. 103 years ago that he died, he was buried here. Later, the Brazilian came back to build this mausoleum on his grave. Why? Because they see him as a loyal person. Someone that was captured as slave, later freed, and he continued the business because his master has asked him to continue the business. He was just like the 2IC for the master here. The master cannot be here and be in his hometown at the same time doing the business. So he needs somebody that he can trust, that will understand our people language here. That was why he sent Seriki down to Nigeria. And this is the tomb of the last son Saka Ajao Abbas. He was given birth to 1913. He was at the age of 6 when his father died. His father was at the age of 6 when he was captured as a slave, and he died in 1987 at the age of 74. So you're welcome to Brazilian Barracoon. Do you have any question?
I'm so weak. I don't even know what to ask. Do you guys have any question? Like, my mentality has really changed coming here. A lot of things has changed, my mindset, and I was even emotional in there when you tried to use that stuff on my leg. I couldn't move.
I saw it in your eyes.
But
You almost dropped tears.
I almost did.
I saw it.
I don't know what to ask. Do you guys have any question?
If you don't have any question, maybe if you see some other museums, you may have questions. We still have like 4 other sites.
Check
Shall we?
We shall.